In this video, I'm going to tell you how to stand out from all the other people that are applying for these high ticket sales jobs so that you can go on and make 10K a month and more. In all my videos, I talk about how you don't really have a lot of competition, but what does that exactly mean? Because yeah, there's a ton of people that are also trying to get into these jobs. Business owners are getting DMs and applications all the time, but most of them are terrible. When I talk to businesses, and they tell me about everyone that's applying to their jobs, they're all like, these people are idiots. All these people are stupid. Where are the good salespeople? Straight up, that's what I hear all the time. So when people say to me, oh, there's a lot of competition now, it's saturated, everyone's trying to get one of these jobs, that is true, sort of, but most of these people are terrible and they're not getting consideration for the jobs. That's the actual reality. If you can just be a reliable person and try hard, you can succeed in these jobs. These products, high ticket products, are incredibly easy to sell. The sales part is not hard. The main barrier is just you getting onto a good role, which is all that I focus on in my program and in my completely free videos, telling you exactly how to do that. So let's get into the ways. Number one, and this is going to be the most important, you need to clean up your internet appearance, clean up your social media. When you do outreach for these jobs, you're doing that either from your Instagram account or other social media accounts. And when you apply to a job posting, the first thing they're going to do is search you up on social media. They're not even going to look at your resume. That's what 100% of them are doing. So why people think this doesn't matter, I have no idea. Because if you applied for like a normal job, are you going to send them some half-ass looking resume that looks like a 4-year-old made it? No. People spend weeks and weeks obsessing over their resume. So why would you think that your digital resume, your social media, that appearance wouldn't matter? Why would you think that? When someone gets a message from you, I can't stress this enough, or any application, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go look at your social media. That's just what the world we live in. If they see that you have 0 pictures up or your profile picture is of your dog, they're going to think that you're weird, a bot, a scammer, whatever. It's 2026. If you're afraid to put a few pictures up of you and your friends or just you doing things in life, you just need to get over it. You have to adapt or you will get left behind by the people that have no problem doing this. I can't tell you how many people I see that come to me and ask me questions who hide behind faceless accounts. They don't have any pictures up. They're terrified. Terrified is an understatement, right? They're terrified if they show themselves online that their loser friends are going to make fun of them or like someone's going to come after them. Recently, and I've told this story before, I got on a sales call with a college kid who wanted to join my program. And what I do on these calls is I set the expectations up front hard before they're going to buy. Like, hey, we're going to be using your Instagram. It's going to need to look like this. You're going to need to put pictures up of you on Instagram, like you living your life basically, so that they can see you're a real person and you're not a bot and you're not a creep or a weirdo. And when I said this to him, the dude looked like he'd seen a ghost. His face went totally white. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. He looked like I had just told him his whole family just got deleted or something. And I was like, what's the problem? And he said, well, I don't want to put some pictures up because my friends might make fun of me. Like, to him, that was the end of the world. He was literally terrified. And after he said he couldn't do that, I was like, well, you're going to have to do that. He's like, well, I can't do that. And the call was over. Like, there was nothing else to talk about at that point. But just realize that if people around you are not trying really hard to succeed and you are, then you are above them. You are better than them. That is a fact. Because you are willing to go through things and do things that they are not. You are putting yourself out there while they're just watching from the bench, talking. Isn't that crazy to you that that's most people? Like, that's what most people do. They just sit around talking about other people, and it's never occurred to any of these people that they're the fucking loser. It's like being in some type of simulation. Doesn't that blow your mind? I'm just like watching them like I'm standing above like a snow globe. And it's just so obvious like that they're the fucking loser. And they're just like, just talking their life away about other people, not doing anything. This just blows my mind, bro. So you are above those people. So why give 1 second of thought to what they think? You've got to get a grip on this and just rise above it and get to work on what you want to do. You just need to leave these people in the dust. Now, back to the profile stuff. Most people don't really care about you in the grand scheme of things, and having a blank profile just makes you look weird. You're not going to get hired. You're getting disqualified immediately. That's why this is so important, because you're not even getting considered. So you just need to look normal on social media. This is the biggest leverage you have these days. And the people that get the highest paying good jobs the fastest are the ones who have the best profiles. Their profile just looks normal, on point, and they combine that with machine gun outreach and applying. Now, number 2, the messages that you send. I have entire videos on this. One of them is called How I Annoy People on Social, or something like that. How I make 10K a month annoying people on social media. It's on my page. And in that video, I go over messages and what to say. So go watch that. But to summarize, if you can send a good message, 95% of people are sending outreach messages that are absolutely horrible. They look like a third grader wrote them, and they aren't even in complete sentences, and they're just using emojis to communicate. It is very rare that a well thought out personalized message with good grammar, whether that's in text or a video, gets sent to any of these businesses. So if you can do that, you are ahead of 95% of people. If you can do that, you will stand out above everyone else. So I would go watch that video. Number 3, now we're going to get into some more nuanced ways for you to stand out and beat out the other competition. If you do the first things I talked about in this video, you're already ahead of everybody else. But if you do these things, you're just making it inevitable that you get a good job fast. So number 3 is going to be what I call consistent contact or follow-up. And this is part of the machine gun outreach that I just mentioned. Everyone is sending messages, but very few people follow up on those messages. And sometimes a business owner would have been a good opportunity for you. You could have gone on with him and sold for him, but maybe he didn't see your message. Or maybe he did see it, but he didn't respond because he got distracted and it was a bad day or something happened, right? This is just normal for people. And you assume, well, I got no reply. That must mean no. That's not true at all. If you followed up with another message like 2 days later and you caught them at a good time, now they're going to reply and be like, yeah, let's get on a call. I do need a salesperson. And then you end up getting the job. All because you sent a second message that took 5 seconds for you to send. Following up over and over, or doing all your outreach through video message instead of text, these are the things that no one else is doing that don't take that long to do. And you know what business owners want in a salesperson? It's not elite sales skills. This isn't Wolf of Wall Street, all right? They don't care about the sales trainings you've taken. They don't care about this shit. They want to know that you care and that you're reliable and that you're going to work hard. That's all they care about. They want to know you're serious and reliable. Most people these days are lazy and they don't care, right? They just want to do the bare minimum. So if you show them, hey, I really care about this, and you're serious, you will have no problem finding a good job. And one way is doing everything I talked about in this video, doing video messages, over messages, stuff like this. And then number 4, if you find a really good job that you want, I obviously don't recommend doing this to every single application at the beginning, but if you find a good role, right, where you know it's competitive, like it's posted on a job board or something, and you can see that it's going to be competitive, what you can do is send them some kind of piece of value that you have created. What am I talking about? You can create in like a Google document a mock-up sales process that you would use to sell their product. So let's say they're an agency, right? They're selling Facebook ads to businesses. You could write out a Google document explaining how you would sell this to businesses. What features would you go over with them? How would you explain to them that it's going to solve the problems that they're having? It's going to help them scale, make more money. What is your service going to do to fix their problems in their life? Again, this doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to think about it for like 5 minutes, then write out an organized Google Doc, 1-2 pages maximum, explaining the process you would go through on a call to sell this to someone. What would you say, etc. And the point of this is not to get it right. This is not a test, okay? This isn't school. It's just to show that you took the time to do this. That is the point, is to show that you are going the extra mile. In really good jobs where my guys were competing with more experienced people, I've had them get the job over them simply because of this, because they were so blown away that they took the time to do something like this, because no one does this. So stuff like this works. And remember, business owners want to see that you care and that you're serious and that you're willing to go the extra mile. If you do the things I talk about in this video, you are literally doing what 99% of people who are applying for these roles are not doing. No one is doing this stuff. This is how you stand out and get a good job making 10K a month. It's not just sending off the application and crossing your fingers and then praying, you know? You don't have any competition when it comes to the other people applying for these jobs. Most people are lazy. It's very easy to beat out. And the main punchline is that most people are just consuming content for entertainment. They're like all the stuff, they're not doing any work at all. They're just watching videos. They're not serious about doing anything, and they never will be. Everyone's just a walking zombie, and they give up the second they see a reason to. And I also find a lot of people I talk to who want to do this, who want to make more money, they're intimidated by these jobs or something, or they think they're like hard to do, or it's too saturated, and just none of this is true, bro. It's just bullshit. If you really want to get one of these jobs and make 10K a month, you can definitely do that. If you want to do it on your own, my entire YouTube is dedicated to showing you how to do that. So that's the end of the video. If you want my help getting a closer role or a setter role, go to the links in the description. Until next time.